I'm gay.
Okay.
And I'm a former asylee. Now I'm a U.S. citizen.
Great.
Since 2007. And I have visited my family back and forth. Is it a problem if I see my sister and my family and come back? I have been doing this for quite a while, but I was just worried because somebody said that there is a denaturalization squad at the airport. Never had any issue at
There's
the
no
airport.
denaturalization squad at the airport.
Curious about it.
There is. It would be shocking beyond belief. You would be the first person I ever heard in the history of the United States that got denaturalized for basically claiming asylum because you're a homosexual, you're gay, becoming a citizen, and then, going back to your home country to visit. So don't worry about it. You're a citizen now.
Can I just visit or no?
The answer is yes. You can visit as much as you want.
As long as I'm a U.S. citizen.
You're a U.S. citizen. They're not taking it away.
Can I apply for global entry? Can I do that?
Yes.
Just to save time?
Yes.
Okay. It's not going to jeopardize my citizenship, sir?
Nope. Once you're a citizen, they have to go through a denaturalization process for fraud. And it's a very difficult process to go through. And, you could have been granted asylum for past persecution, present persecution, perhaps country conditions have changed. It would be almost impossible for them to prove the case.
Same-sex marriage is legal in the United States. If you're in a same-sex marriage, your spouse can file for you. You're married to a U.S. citizen, you're in a same-sex marriage. It's the same process as being in a traditional marriage. File your adjustment, get your work permit, your travel document, your green card. You're going to go for an interview, and you're going to have to prove you married for love. You didn't marry your buddy or your friend just to get a green card. You got to prove you're married for love. You're in a real relationship. You live together every day. You have a financial relationship. But certainly you can absolutely do it and get a green card. Happens every day.
So I came to the U.S. as a J1 student from the Philippines, and then my visa expired after a year, and then I extended my stay as a tourist. But then after that, I just illegally stayed in the U.S. Do I have to get married to be legally in the U.S.?
Will you have to get married if you are in a loving, bona fide relationship with a man or in a same-sex relationship with a person that you want to be married to and live with and profess each other's love and share a life together? That would be the best way to get your green card.
This European couple would need to enter the United States, apply for asylum, show that they are being discriminated against because of being in a same-sex relationship by their particular country, and that they are not able to freely be in that relationship, and they're being persecuted as a result. That would be the way to get a green card, would be asylum. And, you would have to show that there's nowhere in your particular country that you can resettle and live your life in a same-sex marriage.
I got married last month. My wife is a U.S. citizen, and I do have a pending asylum in San Francisco. My individual court date is April. I came into this country on Feb 2016 with the inspection.
How?
So I came through the port of entry, international border.
They paroled you in.
Yeah, I put the asylum case based on my sexuality, I told them that I was a gay and all this stuff.
But now you're married to a woman or a man?
I get married woman. I found a beautiful lady last year, and we've been in a relationship like a year now.
So what happened? You found a beautiful lady and you're no longer gay, or you were never gay to begin with?
No, I definitely had a boyfriend here too, in the United States, and back in India too.
All right, so you're bisexual.
I can say bisexual or yes.
The answer is this. A, because you got paroled in, you can file an adjustment directly with immigration. Assuming you got paroled in, get your green card, and then just withdraw your asylum case. The big issue is, did you lie when you came across the border? You said you were homosexual, and here you are with a beautiful woman. And, people don't wake up one morning and say, guess what, I'm not gay anymore. You're born that way. At least that's what the general consensus is amongst people. The general consensus is that you can't change. You are who you are. You're born, as Lady Gaga, I was born this way. She wrote a whole song about it, right? So all of a sudden you don't wake up one morning and now you're not gay. No one's going to believe that. Perhaps they could believe you're bisexual, but even if they believe you're bisexual, you still didn't tell the truth at the border because you didn't say you were bisexual. You said you were gay.
Yeah,
so there's an absolute misrepresentation there. Even if you say, and you really believe this in the bottom of your heart, when I came across that border, I was gay. I was gay when I filed my asylum. One day I woke up, I saw a beautiful woman. I said, wow, women are beautiful. I didn't realize maybe I'm not gay. No one's going to believe that because you are who you are. You're born who you're born. So, ultimately, you're going to need a very, very good waiver. Very good waiver.